I am so excited to be here. Let me welcome you to Empire, Michigan. This whole circle is going to be filled up with van lifers for the next group trip I'm hosting with Wayfarer vans. Going to be sand dunes. You're going to get to see Lake Michigan. You're going to get to see the Sleeping Bear Dunes though, man. Oh my gosh, these sand dunes are unbelievable. So all that's coming in the next video, but for tonight, sitting down, doing a little campfire chat as I practice the recipes that I'm going to cook for the group of Wayfarians when they come in. Okay, before I start the campfire, I'm going to set up a few things here and start just dicing up some stuff for dinner. Just chopped up some onions here. Now I have my cheese out of the package. I have some sun-dried tomatoes that I'm also going to do a little saute with. The fire is rolling. Now I'm going to take a little bit of beef tallow, just throw that in the pan to start melting to be ready for our saute with the onions and everything else in that little mixture. This stuff I'm really excited about, actually. I've never cooked with beef tallow, and this stuff was like 20 bucks to get at the store. It looks amazing. So while I'm waiting for this to melt up and get ready, get a good burn going, I can tell you a little bit more about Michigan. You'd be surprised to find out that some of the best beaches I've found after all the countries I've been to and every single state visited, that the best beaches are right here in Michigan. Some of them, anyways. Definitely some of the best freshwater beaches. I love it here. That's why I'm hosting the next trip here, is that a lot of people travel to national parks and places that are Googleable. But there's also a whole set of towns out there, a whole set of small towns that are magnificent, beautiful small town treasures, just like right here in Empire, Michigan. I'll show you a sneak peek of some of the sand dunes right now. Places like this are where I like to host my trips, and that's why I just finished a whole new guide on my top, I think, 62 favorite small towns I found across America that you can check out in the link below if you want to see them. These are the places I like to take people to, and it's what I'm so excited about, because you only find them after being on the road for literally years and years like I have and driving to every place. So this is going to be a really epic trip. All right, I think we're in a good spot here though, so let's throw in the onions. I stopped at this beautiful farmer's market on the way here and found all these little locally grown mushrooms, and that's what I'm throwing in here. I'm so excited for this. I'm going to be cooking breakfast for the Wayfarians and all the van lifers when they get here next week. So this is what I'm practicing, just making sure that the recipe goes okay. While those onions start to get some color, I'm going to come over here and put together the next pieces of this meal that I'm going to be putting into the pan. And I got some really simple stuff today. I just got some chicken strips from the local grocery store that I'm going to slice up and put in there as well. Super simple, but very dry chicken right now. So I'm just going to hit it with a little extra salt, a little extra pepper, just like so. And grab this special chili hot garlic sauce that I'm going to be throwing in over the whole mixture to add a little more moisture there, plus this tomato. And finally, I've got some hash browns over there that I'm also going to be adding next. So next step is going to be hash browns, and then get those hopefully nice and crispy along with the rest of the hash. We're starting to get a nice little sizzle going here. I'm going to add just a touch of these square potatoes to make up the innards of the burrito. So the goal is to let these potatoes get nice and crispy, make that little crunch in the middle of the burrito. I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm learning. So after that saute mixture is looking somewhat crispy, maybe a little blackened, I'm going to pull all that out, throw the eggs with the chicken and the cheese in there, and then add this kind of all on top, and then we'll mix everything together, be a good little burrito filling. Things are looking pretty good over there on the fire, so I'm starting to slice up the cheese. And as a little tip for you, a lot of people think that Wisconsin has the best cheese in the world, the best cheese in America. You come all the way over here to the Midwest though, even in Wisconsin grocery stores, and what you still see is cheese from Oregon. This is cheese from Oregon. The best cheese I've tasted in all 50 states has been from a place called the Face Rock Creamery in Oregon. You'll only find it in like Western grocery stores, or like Bandon Dunes is where one of the factories where they make their cheese is. Like Tillamook cheese is really popular, but the Face Rock cheese is even better. This is Tillamook. This is what I'm going to be using tonight. All right, I'm really liking how these look over here right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoot all the hash over onto one side. Then I'm going to grab just a little bit more tallow and some eggs, and I'm going to throw those in over here on the far side. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Now we're on a timeline. We got to be quick here, swift. Right in on top of the eggs, I'm going to go with our chicken. Probably don't even need all of that. That's so much chicken. Okay. My pan is not big enough for this, but we'll see how that goes anyways. All right, I'm cranking the heat up on this thing. Just lowered it down. It's going to be time to pull this off pretty fast, I think. It's getting real close, so now last step is just add the Oregon Tillamook cheese up on top. So hot. You could tell I'm not a great chef yet because I've sliced the top of my thumb off and just burnt my finger so bad I had to drop the cutting board during this cooking session, but I think I've got the right idea and we're really close to a good meal. Okay, I am pulling this off the campfire. It's going to continue to cook for a little bit. I'm just going to throw that out, then we'll cook the tortillas and see how this tastes. I didn't have a bowl big enough to put all this stuff on, so I just kind of threw it all on the cutting board. Another sign that I'm not a great chef yet, but look how good it looks. Look how freaking delicious this looks. That tastes incredible. Okay, tortilla. I'm going to throw this in the pan. A few seconds either side. It's the moment of truth. This is my colossal dinner plate for tonight. Here is the warm tortilla. Here is all the incredible food that I made. Chicken, potatoes, hash browns, eggs, mushrooms, tomatoes, man. I don't know what I've said and what I haven't at this point. Hot sauce, salt, pepper. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that Oregon cheese adds to it so well. It's surprising there's dried tomatoes in there. The dried tomatoes bring a little herby flavor that I wasn't expecting with that. Every mushroom's like a little piece of meat too. The potatoes are definitely cooked, but they're not quite crispy, so I think I could have done a little bit better job on that, but the onions are soft and caramelized. Oh my goodness, the eggs aren't overcooked at all. I left them in there for a long time. Wow. Oh my gosh, man, that's the best meal I've ever cooked over the campfire. That is incredible. That is so good. So if you've watched this far, you can click the link below and check out all my favorite spots in America, all my favorite small towns I found, just like right here in Empire, Michigan. The big thing is, stay tuned for the next video coming out. It's going to be the group trip I'm hosting with Wayfarer Vans. I'm the one that chose this location, planned everything out. So excited to bring probably another 15-20 people out here into the Michigan wilderness. It's going to be amazing. You can also join group trips at the link below if you're interested, but man, until next time, stay wild, be free. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video when I host the full trip here in Michigan.